Hi everyone, welcome back to BohoMystic. My name is Mary Nelly, and today we're doing a quick daily tarot. I'm going to be pulling one tarot card and one oracle card to see what we have in store for us today. I'm using the Architect's Tarot today, and it's Self-Care Oracle. I can't remember the name. Okay, let's do this. Let's see what we have going on. I hope that you guys are doing well. Really want to say thank you for all the views on my videos. It's been awesome, so thank you so much. If you see a little smoke, there is some incense, and I also have a candle right down here, so. All right. What does the collective need to know today? Quick message. One card, please. All right, that's two. I'm only going to keep it for the dailies, just one card. One card, please. Here we go. Okay, for the Oracle card, we have guidance. When you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. When you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. And we have the Six of Cups. This is such a cool deck. I've waited to get it and finally did. It speaks to me. It's really cool. Okay, and underneath the deck we have non-duality. And it says, let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent at doing both. Let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. Wow, I love that. And we also have on the bottom of the deck the Five of Wands. All right, let's see what we have. Okay, it's actually a beautiful message. I think it's for people who are finding themselves. I think that you are growing spiritually, mystically. You are learning everything you can, or you feel awakened on your journey of awakening. And it's an everlasting journey. But there's something about you today that you just feel called to know more and more, or you feel like you're being pulled to know more and more, right? With the Six of Cups. Maybe it harkens back to when you were younger, you had memories or potential downloads or messages, or you may have received a feeling of inner peace, inner contentment. Sometimes on the awakening journey, you get moments of bliss. Just knowing what there is to be known. It feels like all of a sudden you just feel and know that you belong to something greater than yourself, and that you are more than what you have potentially viewed yourself as all these years. And I think it's telling you to It's like you're seeing yourself. Here in the Six of Cups, you can see that there's two people, but there's the person up here and then there's the person underneath. It's like your world has been turned upside down and you may feel a little disoriented with, I really think this is an awakening or an ascension process, an activation. I think that you may feel a little disoriented, as we all do on this path, but that if you hold on to the knowledge that you received in our learning, that's going to guide you forward on your path. Don't lose sight of that. But the non-duality card speaks to me volumes, right? In the Five of Wands. The non-duality, I mean, it simply states you are authentically human and divine. You are authentically human and authentically divine. And you can be both. You can be fluent at doing both. You know, because you are awakening, because your life and your everything you thought you knew or didn't know or who you were is maybe being rocked in a good way. All of a sudden you see the truth. You just have that gnosis, right? That does not make you less human. That does not take away the priority of also living your life here in the 3D and being human. So you are being guided through this balancing of who you are today or who you are becoming now. You know, with the Five of Wands, all the challenges that you're going to be meeting head on. But don't lose being grounded in your humanity, in the 3D here on Earth. It's all possible. Sometimes when we start this, I'll call it what, metaphysical path, awakened path, it's very easy to want to leave and eschew everything human because you realize you're much more than that. But that's not our purpose. You know, it's funny because I'm putting another video up that may actually relate to this. That's, you know, you're here to live this experience as a human. You chose this. You are doing this for Source, for all, because you are all. And that is true. But you are also your spark. You are also who you are meant to be here. You can't just go and become, you know, join the path of least resistance and just live meditating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Or, you know, some people do devote their lives like monks. But, you know, most of us have real 3D lives that we need to live. Real obligations and responsibilities. And you can do both. You can have both. It's finding that balance. And you are right now being guided. Your hand is being held. And they're telling you and acknowledging, yes, what you're experiencing is true. But you are also, don't forget, you are also a human. You also have your life to lead. Now it's only enhanced with maybe being the best version of that human you can possibly be now. That should be your goal. Living both lives. And it's really just one, but it's taking the balance of who you are becoming spiritually and also in marrying it to the life or the person that you are today. And that's not that change won't come. Change will come with the Five of Wands, right? That's number of change. You're going to meet those challenges head on and you will change and evolve into a better version of yourself who is both and none at the same time, right? That's the dualism and the non-duality, and it's just so cool and meta. But anyway, and I think that you're going to find yourself today really coming to terms with how you're changing, how you want to incorporate your spirituality or your ascension or your awakening into your daily life. Maybe create a daily practice to feed that part that is so awakened now and needs to be fed because it's hungry, and then quest for knowledge is overwhelming, and the quest for knowing is overwhelming. But at the same time realize, as you will by just looking around and seeing your family and everything else that you do in your 3D reality, that you need to figure out a plan or figure out how to marry both together, and how to become that new version of yourself moving forward. And that's what I'm yeah, I see the Wheel of Fortune here and the Inner Power card, but I'm sticking with these. It ended up being both bottom of the deck and those two cards. So what do I see for yourself today? I think that you are on the spiritual path. You are newly awakened, or maybe a new ability is coming online. You have blown your own mind with new knowledge of your own truth, and you're trying to figure out how to mesh that with your real life. When I say real life, like your real 3D life. Remember to keep grounded. Remember that we live on this beautiful planet. It's always there for us. And Gaia is always there for us. We should be there for her. Look to the sun. Look to the moon. When you feel like you are not of this world, and you may not be, right? You are here for a reason, so this is your home. You can be both. You can experience both and love both. So that's what I see for you today. I see that you're, I don't want to say grappling, because it's a beautiful thing. I think that you are experiencing so much growth, intellectually, spiritually, in your heart space. You may be, your crown chakra and third eye may be really open right now. Just make sure that you're not always up here, because you want to keep aligned. We have an internal beacon, and it needs to be aligned. So, all right, that's what I see for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed it. It was 1333, so on the timer. So, thank you guys. If you liked the video, I would really appreciate if you could share if you know anybody that you think will enjoy it, and subscribe. It's a new channel. I would love to start building our collective to really tap into what energy is coming forward. But I'm here if you have any questions, if you just want to talk in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. So thank you so much. Take care, guys. Bye.